So I'm going to be going in with Shadowsense in the shade Candlelight. And I'm going to be popping that all over my eyelid and pressing it in with my finger. And I'm going to be using that as a primer and a base for the rest of the eyeshadows. Next I'm going to be taking the shade Moca Java, a really cool toned brown, and I'm going to be taking that straight from the wand and popping it into my crease, and I'm going to be buffing it out using a Real Techniques blending brush. Now I'm going to be taking one of my absolute favourite colours, Pink Posey, and I'm just going to be popping that into the crease and blending it out using the same Real Techniques brush. I'm causing a gradient now, building up the colour. Then I'm just going to grab a deluxe buffing brush and make sure there's absolutely no harsh lines. Now I'm just grabbing this beautiful chocolate brown colour, and I'm just going to be popping a small amount of that in my outer V and buffing that in using an e.l.f. blending brush. This one is a bit more dense and keeps the product nice and compact. Now just going back to the Real Techniques blending brush and making sure that everything is seamless. So just going in with that chocolate brown, which is called Garnet, to start building up the intensity of the colours. One of the great things with Shadowsense is that you can layer it and it will really build up the intensity on your eyes. So I'm still going to be using that e.l.f. blending brush because it is so small and compact and dense. It is really easy to keep the colour exactly where you want it. It doesn't end up going all over the place. As you can see, Shadowsense is actually a cream eyeshadow and it dries down into a powder and sets itself. The great thing that I love about Shadowsense is it's just like Lipsense, and once it dries, it's absolutely smudge proof, so I can scratch my eyes all day and my eyeshadow doesn't even budge. So now I'm just going to be grabbing Onyx, which is our jet black, and I'm just going to be roughly lining the outside of my eye and then buffing that out. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a lot of depth and dimension, especially in that outer corner. So now I'm just going to go ahead and grab the shade Pink Frost on any old flat shader brush, and we're going to start to cut out the crease. So now I'm just grabbing the shade Snow, which is a stark white, just using that same flat shader brush, and I'm going to be really brightening up the inner corner. So now I'm just going to be grabbing the shade Pink Opal Shimmer, and I'm just going to be taking that on a small brush and patting that all over the lid to just give a little bit of shine and glitter. So next I'm just going to be grabbing Onyx again, and I'm just going to be creating a really blown out, smoked out liner this time. And of course, blending out the edges. So now I'm just grabbing Candlelight and I'm just going to be popping that under the brow bone and blending that one out. So just grab myself a makeup wipe here and I'm just going to be tidying up the edges so that I don't have to do a winged liner. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with foundation, and I'm using the shade Beige Chiffon, which is actually a bit too yellow for me, but I haven't received my actual shade in the mail just yet, so this will have to do. I'm just going to be blending that into the skin using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. I absolutely love this sponge. It's so soft and it really does a great job of working in the product. So the Makesense Foundation is a medium coverage, but it is very buildable, so I'm just going in with a second layer in the areas that I want to build up that coverage. So I'm going in with a lighter shade of foundation now. This one is Ivory, and I'm just going to be popping that under my eyes and bringing a bit of dimension back to the face. And I'm just going to be blending that out using the same Real Technique sponge that I was using to blend out my foundation. Next we're going to be bronzing up the skin, and I'm just using the foundation in the shade Coffee. It's coming off a lot more red on camera than it actually is in person. There actually is no red hues. It's actually quite a beautiful warm toned brown, perfect for warming up the skin. And I'm just taking my Real Technique sponge and just buffing that one out. Next we're going to go in and start to contour, and I'm actually using Shadowsense in the shade Moca Java for this one. And then I'm just going to be buffing it out using my e.l.f. contour brush. And then I'm going to be going in with my Real Techniques brush and just buffing out all the edges, making sure that everything's nice and seamless. Then I'm just going to be taking that Moca Java and contouring around my jaw, just blending it out with that same Real Techniques brush. So I'm just going to be brushing through my brows using a spoolie, and I'm going to be filling them in using a Real Techniques brow brush, and I'm just going to be using Shadowsense in the shade Smoked Topaz. Next I'm just going to be grabbing Garnet on a smudger brush, and I'm going to be smoking out my lower lash line. So I'm just grabbing Whisper Pink and popping that underneath my eyes and blending it out. I just felt like it needed to be brightened up a little bit more underneath my eyes. I'm just going to be curling my lashes before I go ahead and use our Undersense, which is our lash primer. It also works to condition and strengthen your lashes. And then I'm going to be going in with our Senegence mascara, which is 100% waterproof. Next I'm just going in with cream blush, and I'm using the shade Toasted Rose. I absolutely love this colour, and I'm just blending it in using my Revlon blush brush. Up next is highlight, and I'm using our liquid highlighter Pearlizer. It's an absolutely stunning gold highlighter, and popping that on my cheekbones and just a pop on the end of my nose. Now I'm just going in and making sure my lips are clean and dry. I'm shaking my Lipsense before I use it just to make sure all the pigment is evenly separated throughout the lipstick. Then I'm going to go in with 3 thin layers, as we all know we do. I'm just using the shade Praline Rose, which is one of my absolute favourite nudes. It looks good with just about every single look, and I wear it on a day-to-day basis nearly every single day. After you've finished doing your 3 thin layers, you're going to want to top your Lipsense with your favourite gloss, and I chose to top mine with just our clear gloss, which is our Glossy Gloss, and it's made from shea butter and is super duper moisturising. Unfortunately, my camera actually went to sleep at this point, and I lost my entire outro. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sure to see you in my next video. See ya!